Welcome to the Tone Jerks podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and with me today we got
Kyle McIntyre.
He's got his fancy microphone and fancy stand. No. So, yeah, I am using a different interface and shit like that. So, we go into a little bit more on Patreon, all the boring details, so juicy details. So turns out the problem with Zoom last week, for that I've had with everybody was me. It was my fault. So it wasn't Andrew's, it wasn't Windows, it wasn't Focusrite, it wasn't it probably was Kyle's. Hey, we're being honest here.
You save it for last. Actually, you know what? It was.
Yeah.
News update. It was you, actually.
It's Universal Audio. I guess the Apollo Twin X that I have.
Not so universal now, is it?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably. It's such a professional thing. You can't do something basic like Zoom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I'm like, dude, that fucking.
It's a big picture thing.
Yeah.
Know?
It's like fucking. For your studio stuff like that. Can we do Zoom? No. So I have my Zoom Claret 8 Pre fucking 8-channel interface plus the fucking 16 Octapre. So it's in a 6-space giant fucking rack.
Yeah.
I have that hooked up and I'm using that just as a test to see if it really was the Apollo. It was. So I will be emailing Apollo. So anyways, but we're back to video this week. Last week, I know we're going to get into Kyle's What's New, but he was gracious enough to lend his talents as far as video, I don't know, animation, that he put a YouTube video up for the podcast instead of just a static image like I would do. Kyle's concerned about your burn-in on your device, your TV and stuff. So he's
it's like a screensaver.
He's looking out for you guys. To me, I'm like, I would have just put like the Tone Jerks logo and then done video. But Kyle did it was like 4K or something like that. You did like a 1080p. It was at least on my end 1080p 60 frames per second.
Yeah,
video.
I found the best one I could find.
Yeah, and then you just like a looped animation, which actually was kind of cool. Like I edited the podcast and I was like watching it, like that's pretty sick. Just
where are we going?
Yeah, I'm like
that's what we should have put as a title.
When do we get the
Wait
end?
Till the end.
Yeah. What happens? The end of the episode.
Yeah. The end of this hallway. Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, if you're watching the video, you are subscribed and hopefully watched, or you have easy access to that YouTube video. So I appreciate your time, Kyle, that you did for that. Actually, it was pretty cool. I was like, you uploaded it. I'm like, how big was this fucking video?
Yeah, I'd never even actually checked.
Because I think you have faster internet than me, and you're like, yeah, it took forever to upload. And then I'm like, it took an evening or like to process on YouTube. I'm sure YouTube was like an hour and a half 4K video. What the fuck is the matter with you guys?
Yeah, it's like a 6 gig. It was like a 6 gig video.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too bad.
But it was a cool idea because I was like I said, I was going to do this static image because I'm like, oh, I fucked up. Or Zoom. I was like, Zoom. I think it's still Zoom's fault.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, oh, we couldn't get video last week, but Kyle came through. Anyways.
Well, it probably is. Let's be honest. It probably is Zoom's fault. It was working before, no problems.
Mm-hmm.
And then they probably updated to get on the new Windows update that came through, and they probably messed up something.
Yeah. So I'm gonna email UAD. They're gonna have shit to deal with me.
Yeah, I bet
this could
you're
work
not the only one.
Something or like it's like.
Here's this Q&A form we made.
Yeah,
there's this flow chart.
Yeah, and at the very end,
son of a bitch,
you go and you follow everything. It's like, yeah, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, at the very end.
Anyways, so besides my fucking up of last week's podcast and Kyle having to save the day with his animation skills, oh my god, I do what I can.
I know,
I try. Kyle, what's new in your world? What's shaking? What's grooving? What is good?
Well, I mean, I guess not a whole lot. Yeah. My wife flew back home, back to San Diego.
Mm-hmm. And her arms are tired.
Yeah.
You couldn't get it. Why?
Because,
I wonder if they gave her water. Hmm?
Yeah. No, she got upgraded, dude. She got upgraded to first class.
Oh,
she
God. They probably gave... They didn't give her guff about asking for water.
They probably didn't. They probably made like point and laugh at people who did though.
It's like, oh God, look at it.
The other week, this fucking asshole was back there.
Like, and she probably says like, to Carrie's like, oh, can I get a water? I'm like, yes, because this dickhead last week, he asked for a beer and a water, and so I said, I poured it for him for his dry ass mouth.
That's fucking disgusting, fucking desert of a mouth of his.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't think I said it on the main podcast. Yeah, I got a beer because we were in the not first class, but the upgraded seats when Johnny and I flew to Texas. And then I'm like, oh, it comes with free alcohol. So I'm like, okay, I want a beer. And then she was already there, so I'm like, can I also get a water? And she's like,
how did you know she did that? She was wearing a mask.
She probably, maybe she went and just, and
her glasses.
But there was
up.
definitely a fucking noise of like exhale. I'm like, were you holding your breath for a challenge to be like,
yeah,
I'm training for diving or whatever? Yeah. No,
6 minute free dive.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that 30,000 feet in the air. No doctors present.
Yeah,
medical staff.
She's like, oh,
while working.
Yeah,
yeah.
Fucking water. Anyways, we already said this story, but I was just like, Jesus Christ, it's fucking water. Anyways, so Carrie flew back. Yeah.
So she flew back.
Hopefully she was properly hydrated.
Yeah, I bet she was. They gave her all the water, probably.
Yeah. Like, oh, you know what? You get a fucking 2 whole cartons.
Those peasants that sit back there, they don't fucking get shit.
You're like, oh, if I drink this much water, I might have to use the bathroom. Fuck, just piss yourself. Fuck cares.
It's first class.
First class.
I got a pair of pants for you.
Yeah.
We got your size. And your brand.
We got extra pants. Go ahead, piss yourself. Have a ball. Like, that's a fun thing to do. In first class. No, you upgrade yourself to first class, you shit your pants. I'm like, what? I thought this was first class. Oh, guys can't have fun anymore. Guys can't have fun.
Your expectations are a little high. It's like Roman times. You shit. You wipe your ass right there.
That's what you have.
Can't have fun anymore.
I thought you're supposed to relax up here.
Yeah. I got anxiety when I fly. I'm sorry.
Like a dog shitting shit.
Shitting shit, not shitting razor blades.
So
okay.
There was a thing anyways. Too. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say.
No, that's all right. Keep going.
So,
keep going. We got a bit rolling here still.
Well, no, we have dogs shitting. So, my old dog Herman, he, R.I.P. in peace. The goodest boy. What he used to do, he used to love just popping in when I was taking a shit. He'd nose pop the door open. So I didn't always like close and latch the door because I'm like, oh, he's gonna, push the door open and walk in.
Yeah.
He'd always walk in, check
some
on
action going on in here. What's going on here?
Check on you. I'm like, oh, yep, shitting. So he's like, looks at you. He's like, all right, cool. Walks around, surveys the scene, and leaves. I'm like, why does he always do that? Because, and he would do that, like on the reg, and so it's like I never really would close the door. And then I found out it's like, so dogs are, consider themselves vulnerable when they're shitting. Because if you ever see them when they're like,
they're looking around.
Yeah, and so they see like, oh, well, you're here to protect me while I'm shitting because I'm defenseless. So you're taking a shit, so I got your back, dude.
Sit in the doorway.
Yeah, and so that's what he would do. I'm like, oh, and this could be just something that you hear or just you see. I'm like, but that makes sense because I'm like, if I really wanted to while he was shitting, I could have just pushed him and like a little domino, bonk. He's got no fight or flight at that point.
Or balance.
And for a person like you, very little fight or flight activity going on when you're shitting. So I'm like, that's I could be wrong, but I believe that
shitting is in the flight. Actually, shitting is part of the flight.
You shit yourself.
Yeah, that's how you make yourself undesirable to eat. And also you're dropping a little bit of weight there. Oh, that's why people piss themselves. They're getting ready to fucking run.
Yeah. That's why every time I go running at the gym, they kick me out. I'm like, I'm lowering my fucking body weight.
You just like squat right at the end of the treadmill.
Just fucking cow pies, just dropping and fucking dribbling piss out of your running shorts. That's just gross.
Then you just like, and then you just sprint on the treadmill. You have it cranked at like 20 miles an hour, and you're just like, it's like right. You just sprint right onto it.
You're just mashing it into the fucking treadmill, and it's spraying it behind you.
No, while you're running, yeah.
Someone's doing yoga. They have a yoga class behind you. Like,
like, why you have mud flaps on your treadmill?
Yeah. Well, because there was this one guy that came in. He said he was shaking up the industry.
Yeah.
This one little trick will piss off 24 Hours Fitness. And it did.
Shit your pants. Okay.
Running pants come with like a little diaper area. Anyway, so back on to
I guess this is kind of like work related. I'm not work bragging, but like my work truck just was having issues. We usually talk about work more, I guess, on the Patreon, but I have work truck.
Don't give it away.
Yeah. We get real down and dirty. So, it's having issues, and like newer trucks have, or newer vehicles have that like auto start thing. So like when you stop at like a light, it turns off.
Yeah.
I was driving. I was still driving. I had just put my foot on the brake to slow down at like a stoplight. I was probably going like 30 miles an hour still, and it was like, oh, you stopped. It shut off. I'm like, I'm still rolling. Like, what the fuck is your problem? And I even had that thing like
this. Fucking spill my beer, damn it!
my wobble pop. I spilled it on the floorboard.
Yeah, son of a bitch! And you sue your company.
It smells like beer in here. Yeah, that's our vehicle.
I'm fucking saying. That's all you say that on the phone. And he's like, well, he's right.
Yeah. So yeah, it shuts off. I had to restart it like on a hill. Like I had just coasted up to the light, started, I'm driving. It's making this like rattling noise too. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It makes a little bit of a rattling noise when you're accelerating, but this was like really coming through. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm like, I was heading to a meeting too. So I was a little bit late. I get there and I told my manager.
Because of the truck? Wink.
Well,
Double wink.
Yeah. No, I did have to go stop by customer's place first before I went to. It was like a group meeting. It wasn't like, it was just like lunch. So
hell yeah.
So that actually is a big deal. Lunch is a big fucking deal.
So you were fucking pissed.
Yeah. First of all, it was at my pizza place too. So
oh my god, they get
Pine House Pizza on South Lamar, dude. That's my spot.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's fucking great. We should have gone there when you were here.
Yeah, we were. We didn't have as much barbecue as much.
Yeah, we tried to. Yeah, we were full the whole time though. It was like trying to find. It's like, are you hungry yet?
We said it, but it was like the days revolved around like, where are we gonna go eat?
Yeah, seriously. And then so I get there. It took all day to get my car to the because I had to take it to a dealership, which normally if it's like regular maintenance shit, you take it somewhere else. But since it was such a serious issue, and on the way there, my check engine light came on too. So it's like, what the fuck is going on here? Like everything just like going at once. It felt like. Take it there. Oh, they were gonna come tow my truck because that's what I requested. I'm like, I don't want to drive there, Plus, it spends a little more of your day up, You're on that sweet hourly. And so,
hell yeah, Kyle's tip of the day. Hey, we need an animation like, hey, folks, if you want to fuck off all day,
yeah. Advice from Kyle McIntyre.
Just get the
employee number,
the animated Kyle cartoon. Just be like, hey, folks, here's a tip for you. If you want to fuck off all day,
yeah. So no, I'm like, well, let's get towed. It's not that far, It was kind of far, but it wasn't. I'm like, okay. Anyways, I waited. Nothing. No one ever showed. And I was at the pizza place too. I'm like, fuck.
I guess I need another fucking round.
Better get something to go.
I need something
Waited,
to do.
nobody
So you
came.
go fucking just like get pizza and play fucking Street Fighter.
Yeah, grab a beer if I'm not working.
Well, I'm not driving.
It's called Pint House, not Pop House.
Yeah.
You know? So
you're still on the clock, bro. And then it's like, shut up. Smash a beer on the ground. Your boss is still there. Shut up.
It's plastic. So, cancel. I called and canceled the tow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just gonna, drive there.
I'm a strong, independent Kyle. I can do it on my own. Yeah. I don't need no tow.
I ain't afraid of no tow.
Yeah.
So I just drove it there. Sounded like shit the whole time. Took forever to get it in, to get them to service or to like, I'm here because I already called ahead,
Yeah.
Get it in there. And I'm like, I'm like, well, it's almost time. And I'm working the weekend too. So I was like working that freaking weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm, and that starts at like 5 o'clock. And I think it was like 3:30 at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I got to get the rental. I can't. So my coworker of mine drove me to the rental deal, the rental place.
Yeah.
Which the first place called and said, I called them and they said they didn't have a truck, which I had requested, and they confirmed there was a truck there. I get there, or I called, no truck. Yeah, okay. So like we have like a third party service that said there's a truck there.
Very Jerry Seinfeld type thing. It's like,
yeah.
Well, yeah.
What's the point of reserving?
You took the reservation, but it's like that's not the important part. Anybody can just take them. It's like
it's holding the reservation.
You need to hold the reservation. Anybody could just take them.
Yeah, I can just take them. Anyway.
Oh, we took the reservation. Yeah, that's good.
So,
but it's true.
Yeah, it's true. So didn't have one. Went to a different place. Got I thought they said they had trucks. Yeah. All right, cool. So they had trucks. Get there, they're like small trucks. So like there's a Nissan truck, like a small Frontier.
Nice.
There is a Tacoma. And I'm like, all right, man.
Watch out. Johnny is going to be like, whoa, dude.
Yeah. And then it was a cool color too. It was like a light gray. It was like that cement, gray. No metal flake, not shiny at all. Not metallic, I should say.
Yeah.
Pastel kind of. And then they had like a Chevy, whatever. This is super interesting stuff, but they had a Chevy. So I got the Chevy because it was like bigger, roomier interior. So I've been driving that shit. It was a pain in the ass.
All of just you in there.
It was yeah. It was like
yeah, I know, but you just want the bigger one, right?
Yeah, I wanted like more room because it's like I'm gonna be working in this bitch for a problem. I'm like, it's not gonna be a day. It's gonna be the weekend. It's not gonna be like, all right, Monday, your shit's ready.
Yeah.
So I've been driving that shit. It was a pain in the ass to work with it because it was like I didn't have anything on my truck.
Yeah.
I had to drive to my truck, which was in like the freaking like locked up at Ford. So I'd drive in there, get my shit, and then I couldn't get stuff that was in the cab because I don't know where the key was. So I just grabbed shit out of the back. And then Sunday, they had like the door locked. They had like a gate locked. So I'm like, I snuck in there and I'm like, am I going to get a fucking like, junkyard dog running around like like a Rottweiler on a fucking chain?
Than a junkyard dog.
Yeah.
Me.
Anyways, success still. I didn't get jumped by security because it was like closed or something. I guess the service department. Anyways, I get how that works, but I got my shit out of there. Still don't have the truck. It's now, was it Wednesday? They called today and they said that
shit's fucked.
Basically, well, no. They said, he said there's the two issues. One, there was like a cam position sensor. So I guess that's why it was shutting off. And
know
then
what the fuck that is.
The noise. Yeah. So you have a cam in your car and it basically there's a sensor to see what position it's in to see if it'll run correctly. So anyways, for timing.
Yeah. For timing. Oh, for comedic timing.
Yeah.
You don't do anything too early or too late. Boom.
Got him. Yeah. You got the crowd and then you got to just, anyways. So he's like, oh, and this is the message I got. I didn't even talk to the guy. He's like, the rattling that you're probably hearing was because you didn't have any oil in your truck.
Fuck. Hold on.
I'm like, what? I just got my oil changed too. So I got my oil changed like a month and a half ago, maybe.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing they didn't put the fucking drain plug in correctly or something.
Oh, shit.
So I went, this is my mistake, I guess, because I was working that weekend also. And so it was like Friday. It was like, it was Friday the 31st of December.
Yeah.
So it's like New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And I found a place that was open. I went there. I was the last guy in the door.
Yeah, they're checked out.
And that's probably why. Fuck, dude. The guy was probably pissed. It was like 1 or 2:30. The guy's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Another fucking asshole in here. Yeah. So all my oil leaked out. So I've been driving it probably super low oil. And then that day had none.
Oh, shit.
So.
Did you fuck the whole thing up or what?
No, I don't think so.
Well, it's still a pretty new truck, right? Isn't it like
2018?
Oh, really? Oh, I thought it was more than that.
It has like 80,000 miles almost on it.
Oh, shit.
So we'll see. I mean, they usually drive those things up to 120 and then they change them out. But I don't think the engine's fucked. They didn't say anything about that. He just said, "Oh, we got it in there. You lost all your oil, but we found most of it."
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
I got some I have some truck issues, which I'm like, all right, I get paid on Friday, so there's my paycheck.
Yeah. What is it? What's going on?
So with my truck, it's running pretty fine. And then I noticed it happened twice yesterday, just randomly. All the lights like on the dash, the where you're looking at your speedometer and shit like that, they kind of all flash on and flash off.
Yeah.
So basically, your mileage, as I'm going, let's say I'm going 40, it goes all the way up to the fucking top and then back down and goes right back to like 45 or whatever. And then my fuel like goes all the way up to full, back down to 0, back down to what it's supposed to be. And the lights are like brakes, fucking, low oil, fucking all
check
come on.
Engine light.
Yeah, everything comes on at once. So it's an 04 Ford F-150.
Yeah.
And then, but my speed and nothing about my engine changes or the noise. I'm like, I'm losing power. And I'm like, am I going 120 miles an hour? All of a sudden, I went warp speed and I'm like, looking, I'm like, am I slow motion? I'm like, what the hell? Am I fucking
shrooms right now?
Am I fucking above the fucking...
Am I microdosing?
Yeah.
Did I not know?
Start microdosing?
Yeah.
I've never done mushrooms ever. I kind of was like, that'd be kind of cool to try, and then it scares me. Like,
yeah, not my thing.
Yeah, I'm good. I think I smoked weed a couple times and it scares me.
Whoa, mister.
Exactly. I'm like, oh. Paranoid. I'm like, oh my God. Somebody's looking at me. I'm like, they might be.
Yeah, they have eyes. They know you exist.
Oh, you're right.
It's like, I remember like we went to like, what is it, like an Outback? And you were like, you thought the waiter knows I'm high. It's
yeah.
Like, the waiter probably is high. This is Outback, dude.
Yeah. It's like, oh, the waiter knows I'm high. I'm like,
he's like winking at you.
Me too, dude. Nux. I'm like, did we get like a bloomin' onion? I'm like, and I remember just like laughing. I'm like, oh shit, we got one.
Yeah, we got one of them
we
bitches.
Got one of them. Oh my God, this is shit. They know.
like they're rare. Oh shit!
I don't think I've ever had one. I'm like, you never had a bloomin' onion? You can just order those. They're on the menu. And I'm like, we got one. And I'm like, oh.
It's not like McDonald's Boardwalk and Parkway or Park Place, whatever. Oh shit, we got one.
Yeah.
No.
Fucking
bloomin' onion.
God damn it, I want Park Place. But anyways, yeah, so I'm like, with my truck, I'm like, oh yeah, this is like the paycheck that's not for bills. So it's like, oh, I can put some of it away or maybe do something with it or whatever. No, I'm sure that's going to be like, oh yeah, just my truck. I'm like, oh, here's my paycheck. There you go.
just send that thing to the scrapyard already, dude.
No, it's still.
Just send it to the crusher.
It's funny because it's like, minor inconveniences that happen, every once in a while.
Yeah.
And that's no car payment.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably a relay or something.
Yeah. Somebody was like, that car's always fucking up, dude. I'm like, well, time to get a new one. I'm like, I don't have the fucking down payment for one. I don't want to pay $400 a month for one. I'm like,
yeah, $400 fucking
dollars. And then I'm like, nah, I think this is okay. I really do want to get that thing to 200, and then I'll fucking light that thing on fire. If I get like a trench coat, Billy Butcher style, and just like have that thing light on fire behind me as I walk away, like,
nah, someone will buy that thing.
Don't be a cunt.
Make sure you buy a new truck or whatever before you sell that thing. Just saying.
Why?
Don't be like, sell it and like, all right, now I'm gonna look for a car. And you're like, they ain't shit.
Yeah. Nothing right.
Shit.
I think nothing right now, but Ranger, dude. That's one of these days. I think I'm gonna get one.
This what's it? I'm driving a Chevy Colorado. It's actually pretty nice.
Those are pretty sweet looking too.
Yeah, it's a V6.
But I like my Ford. Has had no problem.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I like. Okay. Take that back.
You just said there is a problem.
There is, but it's like it's not been that bad for how. Yeah, like the thing is going to be in another I guess 2 years. It'll be it's 18 years old.
Yeah, so 20.
Yeah.
20. Yeah. Right.
Which like I'm like that's an old truck for how like in my mind new that body style is.
It's not new.
To me, I'm like, this is fucking modern. Look at this fucking shit. And it's like,
was it in 3 years they got rid of that body style?
Yeah.
So it's like 04. I think they did it like it's 06 or 07. This
is like gear talk, but not.
Yeah, this is gear.
Gear. Yeah, it's gears.
Okay. See, my truck.
Yeah.
My truck.
It's what, car talk?
My truck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is a 95. They call them OBSs, the old body style. Okay. You on that? And then was it 97 they changed? Or is it 96? Depends on, 96 was for the F-150 and 97 for the bigger boys.
Yeah. But
I
have kind of seen up close a little bit more of the Rangers. They're not much bigger than my car, but they are taller. They're definitely taller.
Okay. All right.
Which I'm like, Kyle and I've had this debate and heated. Yeah, it's like, meeting of the minds here. Clash of the Titans. Ranger's bigger than the older F-150s.
It's taller.
My F-150's wider.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is not good radio. Anyways,
by the way,
yeah,
nice hat. You have pretty sick hat there, dude.
It was like I was like people watching video could see me fucking around with my hat and my hair and my headphones for like part of your story. Because I'm like, anyways, but so back onto it. My truck,
anyways,
potentially could be fucked, and I was like, God damn it! Always when you're like, oh cool, I got some fucking headway here, I can start saving some money or whatever.
Why is your inner self sound like you're from like Brooklyn? Hey, so like saving this money here for a fucking
listening
truck.
Too much Come Town and fucking Stuff Island. With was it Tommy Pope and Chris O'Connor, those guys.
What's a Come Town bit where they're like, why are all the Ninja Turtles sound like they're from California except for that one that sounds like
Raphael
from Bay Ridge, Brooklyn?
Bay Ridge. I don't know. I don't know,
my
dude.
fucking daddy, he left me here.
I lost my
Dropped my fucking dagger.
Yeah. He's like, whoa, dude, chill out. And he's like, I lost my fucking dagger.
Like, is this a kid's show? Fucking dagger.
I lost my fucking dagger.
Okay.
Fucking bullshit rat over here. Fucking Splinter.
My daddy left me with this bullshit rat.
I want a fucking pie already, but this fucking asshole. Anyway.
Oh, Raphael.
Fuck you. I'm fucking talking here.
Yeah, so been driving a rental truck. Kind of sucks. It's cool, but it sucks at the same time.
It's cool, but it fucking sucks, dick.
Yeah.
It's quiet shit.
It's not. Yeah, they're paying the bill though. So
yeah.
I would pay for it. Anyways, I went to, and this is just today.
Yeah.
I went to a video game store. I think we talked about going to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was looking it up, and you had mentioned that you had been to a couple, and I was like, well, let me look and see what's in the area. And there are 2, and they're owned by the same people.
Yeah, you had mentioned it, and I'm like, dude, they were in your town, so we didn't have to drive 8 hours across the state to get to the next town over.
It's like fucking 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's right there. I'm like, that's rad.
We should have gone there.
Well, exactly. You're saying like, oh, there's this place here, and you showed me like pictures of it. I'm like, that looks fucking sick. So, anyways, so you went there.
So yeah, I spent a couple. It's like a mix of like comic book store. It's like a Magic the Gathering. Like you can play.
So it's just nerd shit. So it's Magic, comics,
board games,
anime. I'm guessing.
I saw a little bit of anime, but I didn't see like your anime. Like, what does that mean? I saw like Dragon Ball Z.
Demon
Slayer. They had like figures and stuff, and
that's anime. What the hell's my anime? Hentai?
Let's not. Yeah, let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
Don't flash on the screen for everybody. Mm-hmm. Might not be YouTube safe.
Yeah.
So they had a lot of classic games. I mean, I didn't see any Super Nintendo, I guess, but I saw 64.
Yeah.
I saw. I think there was Sega. A bunch of like DS games.
Yeah.
Even like the big cartridge like Game Boy games, like the really big ones that go in the classic.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Now we're
which I didn't take pictures of those.
Advanced next time you go there.
Yeah.
And Nintendo DS games. Let me know what you got.
Yeah.
Survey the
you were
scene.
fucking really slow to respond, by the way.
I was working.
You're probably working.
I know.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I did respond back eventually.
I'm like, what are you looking for? Just ellipses for like 5 minutes. Just like, I'm like, fuck it, just type something.
Yeah.
So I just started sending you pictures of like, just like the N64 section.
That's some pretty good.
But what'd you think of those?
It's pretty good shit, actually. So one of them that I was on my list for sure is Perfect Dark. I want to play that because I heard it's like better GoldenEye. Like they, Rare made that game, GoldenEye, 007. And fun game. I remember it being a lot of fun, but I think it kind of didn't age well at all. But Perfect Dark ended up being some of those mechanics, but just a better game overall. And so I heard that one's a good one. And so I was like, okay, I would like to play that game. Because I don't think I ever did. Because it was like N64 games, yeah. I think just like me and my friends that had N64, they were always just so expensive. So it's like you only got like one for your birthday, one for Christmas. So if one person had Perfect Dark, they're like, oh, cool. I'm not going to lend it out.
Yeah. I'm kind of looking through some of these pictures that I sent you.
So I saw that they had that, and then they had both Tony Hawks.
Yeah.
1 and 2. So even though I
had
played
like a
those,
stack of one of them.
Yeah.
They had a stack of.
And so I'm like, they got some good shit there. I think they had Diddy Kong Racing, which is also a good one that I don't want to play. I think they had some Pokemon games. But I'm like, oh yeah, they actually had good shit at that place because I've mentioned that the ones in San Diego is just nothing but fucking trash. Just fucking bullshit. Nothing for N64 because it's like people I think in San Diego. I mean, there's way more people in San Diego than in Marble Falls.
Yeah.
So it's like probably they're like, oh, here's a store. It's a destination place. And probably the local people, people living out there is like, I have a fucking system from fucking 30 years ago. I'll go to this store today to buy this. They're probably going to that store to buy magic cards or play the game with their friends. So, so I'm like, that's why they
noticed,
probably...
Sorry, I noticed the game in there just now. Actually, I didn't see it before. Was it the original Rainbow Six, like Tom Clancy Rainbow Six game?
Yeah.
I think that game was so fun until I actually started playing it correctly.
Uh-huh.
because like you actually win. You win by doing like accomplishing the missions, which are like sneak into the building, take out people like quietly, take the hostages out, and it's like.
Yeah, you're not supposed to like.
I would like kick the door and run up, shoot everyone, bam, 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 and then you get to the end. It's like in progress.
Like,
it's like
fucking.
We won. We got everybody. It's like you didn't. You killed the hostage.
Yeah, it's like you
you threw a flashbang in there and then you threw a grenade instead. You killed everybody. Supposed to take people supposed to apprehend people. You're like fuck it, and then I think this game it didn't tell you lost until the end. So it's like you play. And you're like, where's the hostage? And you're like, oh, we fucking murdered him.
Oh man, you got
If I remember
Star
that.
Wars pod racer too.
The pod racer, they had a stack of those.
Yeah. Okay. So they had some cool games there. Yeah. I'm like, okay, it seems like a cool spot. Did they? I mean, yeah. So next time you can check out some Game Boy Advance games for me, just to see what they got. Anything good? And I think we're kind of talking a little bit on Patreon about just like, a lot of these like used or maybe thrift store type things or whatever, and like I guess in San Diego like used game stores, people are buying up shit that's like good or worth money. So it's like good luck getting those like N64 games that everybody wants, because most people are just bringing that shit on eBay. So if you want Star Fox 64,
good
eBay.
Luck.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a premium.
Smash Brothers, go on fucking eBay for that. But kind of in the mood and in the mode for N64 games that I never got to play. So Perfect Dark is one.
Yeah.
Both the Zeldas. So I did borrow Majora's Mask from a buddy, but
you never played it. Right.
I played it and I was like, oh damn, I just don't have a lot of time to dedicate to this. And then he was like, oh man, how's that Zelda going? I'm like, oh, I haven't really got to it. Oh no, totally. And then like a week or so later, so how's Zelda going? I'm like, I got a little bit into it. It's a fun game. Okay, cool. And then he's like, yeah. So I'm like, I'll just give it back to you. So I was like, I didn't really get too far into it. But yeah, I talked about it. I'm loving Super Mario 64.
Yeah,
it's so fucking good, and it's like clunky as fuck compared to like Mario Galaxy or something like that, which isn't even the newest one. But Mario moves like he's like got sandbags to his legs or whatever, and then just he's like, oh, I'm not gonna wall jump today. Boom. I'm like, okay, cool. And then all of a sudden, I'm gonna do some acrobatic move, and I'm like, all right, it'll work here and there. And then like some of the power ups are fucking stupid. I was like, oh, the flying wing cap that he has.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't always fly. If he bumps into something, you fall, and it's like, cool. Now you're dead. So what the fuck? You have fucking wings, and you can't fucking start flying again. All that to say, it's still a lot of fun. So, that's rad. I'm sure you probably went there, and you're like, I really don't know what I'm looking at, and kind of don't have a lot of nostalgia for these things.
Well, the guy was like, what can I help you with? I'm like, well, I'm just kind of, my buddy was looking for some 64 games. I just kind of want to see what you guys have. All right, cool. Yeah, let me know what you need. And I'm just kind of standing there like, respond, you dumb fuck. Okay?
Yeah. Well,
do it. And then I was like, all right.
Okay.
Oh,
they got those three.
Fair enough. Yeah. Oh,
well,
right. That's a little
good ones.
Spicy.
And then
spicy take there.
Star Wars Racer. Yeah, you got fucking some good ones. Yeah.
All right. Well, let me know what you want, and I'll send you next time I go in there. There's another one on another road I've driven past too. Driven down, I've seen it on like a road. I was like, oh, there's a video game store randomly in like Granite Shoals, which is the neighborhood next to Marble Falls. Name a rock feature and a water feature, put them together, fucking you get a Texas town. What are you gonna do?
Wait, what was it called? Granite
Shoals.
Granite
Shoals like like shore.
Sure.
And there's Cottonwood Shores, which that's wood, but that's how you do it in Texas, dude.
Well, I mean,
either steal a established city name like Paris or Bogota
or San Diego.
Yeah, or San Marcos, just steal one or make up one with the stuff that's around
San
you.
Marcos is not San Marcos, you're right, is on the same level as Paris.
Yeah.
San Marcos
Smells the same.
San Diego or whatever, the same as Paris.
Yeah.
We're having too much fun.
Anyways,
fucking around here.
That's my Patreon list. We'll do the read. No, go ahead if you. That's all I got for my what's new.
Yeah, I guess partially mine has been fucking around with audio with Zoom, and I'm like, okay. Turns out it's all my fault, so I got more shit to work on this week. Yeah, which I'm like, it is all my fault and Universal Audio's deal, which is like, oh, here's like the really nice, because like everybody's using fucking either just their phones, fucking the headphones plugged into their phones, or Focusrite, which isn't bad. It's like, it's your $100, $150, $200, interface.
Yeah.
It's the one of like,
super attainable.
Bro, come to my professional studio starter pack, where it's that fucking plastic lawn chair, no seat for you to stand on, to sit in or whatever. Let's collab that starter pack, and it's one of those Focusrites, Scarlets. Those work. Those fucking work, by the way. Whereas like the nicer, more, I don't know, pro thing is the Apollo. No, of course there's a fucking issue. With everything, if there's a fucking problem with something,
the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Yeah. If there's an issue with anything, I should really like start writing a resume about being a beta tester.
A beta what?
Yeah.
Beta.
I'm more of a Sigma tester, but no, I'm more of an alpha tester. You're right. No, a beta tester for things to find out the fucking bugs and problems with shit.
Yeah.
With the fucking,
you find them.
The Focusrite with my fucking LG monitor with the fucking
Ajax Stomp.
I'm like, yeah, there was that fucking issue with just my MacBook, and I'm like, oh, it was a driver issue and thing, and now it's fine and fixed. I'm like, and they never said anything about like, oh, this might not work with a fucking Focusrite Claret 8 Pre. Download this drive. I'm like, okay, so I'm finding all these different problems with things, but it's a hindrance to my lifestyle. I guess a podcast, right? That's what I'm going for. I'm trying to do a podcast, but I was like, God damn it. So the idea that I have a fucking gigantic 6-space rack on the ground that I'm leading a cable up to my computer to record, when my Apollo twins right there turned off, and my fucking, my microphone that's set up and plugged into the Apollo I'm not using it. I'm like,
yeah.
It's just like, well, hey, it's more shit to worry about, Brian. So
yeah, it sounds like a second world problem.
100%. First.
Where's the second world, by the way? There's a first and a third, but
half world.
Yeah, it's Middle Earth.
Is that like a Stranger Things kind of thing? Or is that negative universe
upside
or whatever?
Down. Yeah, it's the upside
I saw
down.
It once.
You liked it. You liked it, right?
I liked it. I saw the first season. I'm like, and then I haven't watched a real series until The Boys.
The Boys, yeah.
It's been The Boys. Anyways, I mean, there's other what's news, but yeah, I did finish that series. So good. Like, it feels like I was like, I've honestly legit never heard of that fucking show in my life. And then I
probably
talked to a bunch of coworkers. Maybe, probably.
I know I did.
And then I talked to coworkers about it, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's great." And I'm like, and then people are like, "Man, that's so cool that you're actually watching shows with people instead of cartoons." I'm like, Jesus, right.
We're proud of you, Brian. Everyone,
I'm like,
tell us in the comments how proud you are of Brian.
I'm still watching Demon Slayer, by the way.
Yeah. You can enjoy both.
But
you can like Burger King and McDonald's, okay? You can like both. Right? You have to
two
pick
sides of your life. I'm like, here's fucking,
shitty
delicacy,
burgers,
or really shitty burgers. Anyway, so I was and have been kind of fucking around with Andrew Walsh has been telling me about OBS to use that for podcast video recording.
Okay.
I have it downloaded on my computer and I couldn't figure it out. It pissed me off. I shut it off and it scared me.
What's it called? OBS Studio?
Whatever, I guess. Yeah, that's what I have.
Okay.
Yeah, so I downloaded it. I'm like, cool. And you're able to get different sources of fucking video. Anyway, so I'm watching some tutorials and I'm teaching myself how to do OBS. But really, Zoom is the easiest way because it just records the fucking video for you with audio. And then I sync up nice edited audio that I do in Pro Tools. And then boom, syncs it up in Final Cut. Doom, bingo, bango, bongo. But I guess you can make it look jazzier and nicer in OBS. Yeah, which might be nice. And it's free. Whereas like Zoom you pay for.
Yeah, and it doesn't work.
Free? Kyle like go. I like money. We got Nintendo cartridges to buy, baby.
I like sex.
Yeah, so I've been kind of fucking around and learning that, which is like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm apprehensive about learning more and more programs. Like, fuck, dude, I don't really even know how to use all the ones I am trying to right now.
Yeah.
I'm still learning how to do Pro Tools after fucking a decade. So, anyway, but that was like Andrew's approach because that's what he's doing with his podcast that he does with his brother, the DNA East Coast podcast, which is like a music podcast for East Coast Canada musicians and music. So
it's on the East Coast.
I was trying to submit. I'm like, oh, what about just in case they're from Jersey? He's like, they're not from Canada, so. And he left me on red. Anyways, so I that's what he's recording with his brother. Just like keep costs easy and stuff like that for when you're doing a podcast and stuff in production. But I found Zoom just as easy, so I'm like, I'll pay $15 a month just so I can here's that fucking dump it in Final Cut. But I was like, okay, Zoom's the fucking problem, and everybody is fucking bullshit. Okay, let's do OBS.
I hate everybody. I wish I was never born.
Until I found out it was my Apollo that's the problem. So, anyways, I was kind of learning and just kind of fucking around with different video editing programs and capture devices and stuff like that. And I'm like, God, sometimes shit is so complicated and it pisses me off. Like I want it to be easy. I'm like, God fucking damn it. I just want to do, video for my podcast. Why can't it be easy? But yeah, that's kind of my what's new.
All right.
Just love me, would you? Okay. I didn't have a whole lot of time to I don't know, prep or really think about, planning, topics for the podcast this week. I guess not only with the recording and shit like that I had going on, but it's just with work kind of been a little bit more preoccupied with some of that, unfortunately. But I don't know. I just kind of think of we maybe can do some mini topics or whatever.
Yeah.
But you sent me a picture of this guitar.
Yeah. I guess I don't really know a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah. It caught my attention. One, it was it looks like a cutting board dyed yellow, right? That's the first that caught my attention. But then it's got a 4-pole pickup. Mm-hmm. It's a 6-string guitar, but it's got 4 poles. And it's it looks like a P90 almost.
But it's set at an angle. I'll put it on the video, but also can link it maybe in the podcast too. It's it's more on the bass strings. So the thicker strings is more towards the neck, and it's at an angle. And
then it has its own jack also. So there's 2 jacks that go into this guitar. It goes,
a bridge
the jacks
pickup.
Yeah. There's a bridge and then a It's not really a neck, I would say. Maybe. Yeah,
Middle.
I would say it's like in between where the neck and the middle position would be. But yeah, they have their own volume knobs, so it's kind of weird.
So it reminds me of the Billy Sheehan guitar bass that he has, where he has a pickup that's like all the way up to like the fucking neck, and then he has one that's like a P bass style.
Huh.
So the one that's all the way at the neck is sent to a separate output jack, and then he's got the regular P bass out to a different output jack. He might also have a jazz bridge pickup too, connected to the PJ out on one, and then like a bridge kind of humbucker on the other, because he sends his the neck humbucker, the neck humbucker kind of pickup he sends to an amp that is, I think it's just to 2 18s.
Wow.
And they're all pretty much like cutting out all the highs, and it's just basically all lows. So he has separate amps that are just doing 18-inch speakers, and then he's got his other ones, which are more like 410s, I think. So you can get the really low subby shit.
Yeah.
And then, you have amps dedicated to that, and then you have more of like
probably what's going on here. Actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. It's like, so you can,
because I'm an idiot. It's definitely half of a split coil, like you'd have on a P bass.
Yeah. And so
that's exactly what that is. And it's set an angle because of the difference in the string width between, the P bass strings versus the. Wow, I'm a dumbass.
No, it's just not something you would think about.
Yeah.
And I wonder how well that sounds. But think of the bands that are just like guitar only, Yeah. And drums, maybe. Or like I'm guitar, drums, and maybe keyboards or something. So that guy maybe has to fill in some low end. Although with keyboards, you could probably get away without.
If you're just doing like instead of, you're still strumming, but then maybe you're doing like a little bit of like a, plucking, or like a, I don't know, grittier, kind of like your punk sound, where you're just like hitting one string or maybe power chords or whatever.
Yeah, if you're just doing chords, and you could probably send it to an octave pedal.
That's kind of cool.
Anyway,
so with this guitar, I think we didn't mention who it's by. Actually, I mean, it's a screenshot from Instagram. Should we mention who it is? I guess it's
it's not as stupid guitars as you were kind of making it out to be.
Yeah, I like the shape of it too. Actually, now I look at it, I'm like, it's like an SG top with like the horns on it, and then it comes out to like almost like an Explorer.
How like it's got like that. RD.
There you go, like an RD.
Yeah,
and I do like the color actually. Even though I made fun of it, I do like it.
It's kind of TV yellow.
Yeah, it's translucent.
A lot of grain on it.
It's like it's a tinted, like a dyed. So you can see the grain through it, and actually looks cool. I just that the pickup is what actually caught me. I'm like, what in the fuck is going on here?
And now, like, you could totally do like the one guitar no bassist thing if you're doing like some indie lo-fi kind of shit or whatever. Yeah, it makes sense. It wouldn't be something that I would go for.
Yeah.
But I see the need for it, and somebody made it, and it's like, I'm sure that was a body style that company is making.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, oh, hey, can you do this? And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. We'll do a little bit of, some custom work, custom, research of where to place
custom made, custom paid,
custom fitted. Shit, what was that company called again?
Seger or
Seger?
Yeah, like Seger guitars.
Oh,
Seger.
Here, this could be maybe a topic of like things I saw on Instagram.
Yeah.
So
that time every time I'd go through like the supermarket, it's like things I saw in the supermarket that I don't have in San Diego.
Yeah, we got a topic going on.
Fucking cereal here, it's crazy.
You walk in on the bottom shelf. Look at this, it's in a bag. I always saw that commercial. I'm like, Mom, what the fuck? Why are you getting fucking the name brand cereal in a box? You get the bag and it's like dog food you give to your fucking fat kids. I'm like, that's what we should be getting. You're saving money. God damn it. And she's probably like, no. it's like I don't know. I don't think I need to get like treat my kids like it's like kid chow, which looks like you rip it open and just fucking pour. Child chow. Just like, oh, fucking fruit rings instead of Fruit Loops. And just like you rip open the bag and fucking you dump it in our fucking bowls. It's like, yeah, it's like, oh, okay. So I sent you
Rainbow
this one.
Rocks. What up? Fruity Pebble.
Citrus Rocks. What about Fruity Pebble? God damn, we should be naming that. Should be, yeah, we should be like hitting up cereal companies. I'm like, I got extra fucking names, like, you know, like pedal companies, or not pedal companies, but like people who do like, you know, wink, nod, nudge, nudge to like
Clons and
clons or tube screamers or whatever. They come up with funny names. We could do that for fucking name brand food. But anyways, so there's this this guitar company that I saw on Instagram. I started following. They're out of Canada, Edmonton, Alberta, I believe. Guitar builder named Sorkin Guitars. So, what I was thinking is like, how about you keep sorking my dick, buddy?
I think you think that's way funnier than it actually is.
I sent it to you and you didn't get it or care, and then I sent it to John. Hey pal, why don't you keep sorking my dick? I think they started following us, and I kind of just every time I see them post a story, I just wanted to reply that. I'm like, they make nice guitars. Gibson style looking like SGs and like Les Paul Juniors. I'm like, they look great, and I'm sure they're great quality. He posts great pictures, and every time I'm like, hey, how about you keep sorking my dick, buddy?
It's his last name too. Like, make fun of my name,
Sorkin.
No,
and I'm like, yeah, keep sorking my dick. Anyways, I thought that was good. So
anyways,
there is one thing that I sent to you that I thought that was pretty cool. So I'll do my best to add all these pictures either in the video or link them all into like haven't done that in a while, an Imgur link. So you guys can click on these. So what is it? Cultured Guitarist, the podcast. They posted this on their stories and I sent it to you. It's like Onkel Amplified, at Onkel Amplified on Instagram.
Yeah.
He made a pedal power Onkel 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 amplification made a Onkel amplified. Okay, I don't know why that's so hard to say. Anyways, he made a pedal power supply that was powered by a DeWalt battery.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So it's a completely independent, so it doesn't need to be hooked to a wall or power source at all. So it's was it the 20 volts?
Yeah.
The 20V, DeWalt battery pack that can power pedals. And they're all isolated, so you're not hooked up to a wall. They're all individual. That cool. Is a really cool, weird thing that I'm like, I guess that works.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And it's super niche and kitschy looking. I like it. I really do like it, as much as I want to say that's fucking stupid. So I texted it to you and I'm like, is this cool or am I dumb? And you're like, I want to get one.
Yeah. I looked it up. Yeah, they're like 150. Mm-hmm. And they make them not just for DeWalt. He makes them for like Makita. He makes it for other brands of batteries because they don't all hook up, obviously. So they all have their own connection. And what's cool is the DeWalt one's yellow, the Makita one's blue. So he keeps it like themed to the battery, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. And so it's like something that's a utility item that actually it has some little like panache or something fun. And so, maybe this was like just like I saw on Instagram kind of thing. But do you have any other ones that you saw?
No.
Yeah, I think we pulled it through. yeah, so with
we made it.
Little prep that we did here, and my technical difficulties throughout the week, we made out. Hey, what's up? But no, we made it through the episode. So yeah, thanks for everyone for tuning in. But I think we're gonna get on Andy here. What do you say?
Let's do it.
All right. Just want to say thanks for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. If you like what you hear, you can follow along, on social media. We have a Facebook group linked in the description below. But if you just search the Tone Jerks, you'll find the group. We have a page. Like it, I guess. Just join the group and
Answer the questions.
And that
we want to make sure you're not a robot.
Well, I guess please don't be a robot because some of them are in there. They answered the questions too.
Well, I don't think that person's actually a robot. I think they're just taking advantage of a closed group environment.
Yeah. But, yeah.
I think we've curbed that.
Yeah. You can't be posting fucking ads and bullshit in the group unless you pay us $1 on Patreon.
Yeah. And then you can do it all you want.
And then we'll talk about you every episode.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we got the Facebook group, which is, it's happening spot over there. And then we also have an Instagram at the Tone Jerks, posting cool shit on the reg. We're also looking for cool shit on the reg. So, hit us up in the DMs if you got anything cool on Instagram we need to check out. And then let's see. We are also on, you can rate the show, hopefully 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And if you write a review on Apple Podcasts, we will read it on the show. And then here we go. No, I got one more. It's been working. We've been getting more, and because I've mentioned it, so I'm going to do it again. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're doing the podcast on there in video form, but also I'm planning to do more videos. I got a couple more in the works here. Check it out. Subscribe. Give us, the subby sub. And if you really like what you hear, you can help support the show on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. But if you double down for $2 a month, you get an extra episode every week. You get an RSS feed with all the bonus episodes that we've done before. There's over 220.
2 million, dude. 2 million episodes.
2 million. Yeah, we got a shit ton of bonus episodes over there. Shit that's not on YouTube. It's not on the main feed. You get it over there on patreon.com/thetonejerks for $2 a month. But just for $1 a month, you get a shout out every episode. Want to give all these fine peeps, just for the support, give you all a huge shout out. Sizable acknowledgement. Kyle, you got a list over there?
God, you all right over there? You having a stroke? You catching a stroke at this time of night?
Yes.
Stroking out?
Stroke.
Oh. All right, we got Andy Walsh from Andrew's Alcove.
He's fucking up the Zoom, dude.
Andrew's Alcove. He's also doing Second Button Podcast, which is the Seinfeld listen/watch along / whatever you want it to be. Brian's also part of that. Check him out.
Yeah,
on everywhere your podcasts are.
It's a little different.
Posted.
It's actually it's funny that there'll be a little bit more. So we'll watch the show and we'll kind of do like little tags or riffs on like what's going on in the episode of maybe our own stories that relate to us.
Yeah.
So there might be a little bit more, which I don't go into a whole lot on this podcast, but like more personal stuff or relation. It sounds terrible, but relationship stuff because of like that's a big Seinfeld thing.
Yeah, and I don't want to fucking hear it. I lived through all those relationships too. So
yeah.
Such a fucking dick thing. God damn it.
No, just
anyways. Abe Newman.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
all better halves. Yeah. I'm the worst half.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
all ones. They were all ones.
Yeah.
All she was the one.
All the ones.
She was the one too.
Yeah.
I had a lot of ones. All right. Abe Newman.
2 dates.
Mike.
She's the one, man. I think that's the one. When'd you meet her? Last night.
Michael Newman, Nicholas Payson, Nicholas Ogburn, Doug King, Doug Christ from 37 Effects, Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and also the Just Surprise Me podcast. We got Joe from Like My Pedals, the Just Surprise Me podcast, and also masters of the cinematic universe.
You're a fucking hater on that thing you do. God damn.
The movie's great.
I thought you didn't like it.
No, it's good.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's good. I mean, I watched it like once, maybe twice, and then it was like always a rerun. They always pull. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, VH1! Like that's all you got in the fucking. Like,
I'm watching VH1 to be entertained. Why do they have bullshit on VH1? It's like
what does VH1 even stand for? Very high? I don't know. 1? Anyways, Will Lehue from the Just Surprise Me podcast.
Like, you stunned me. I'm like, what does VH1 stand for?
Probably Video
House 1.
Video. It's like Air Force 1, but just like a house.
Air Force 1. Got my Video House 1.
Yeah, this is stupid.
Do people wear Air Force 1s anymore?
I don't think so.
Jordans
they don't
are
make
thing,
them,
right?
I don't know.
Dude, we're fucking hype beasts. Do you see fucking...
Yeah.
Hello?
We got Teletalks, which is RJ Smith. You're also doing a new YouTube channel podcast, the Stream Talk Repeat, right?
I don't think it's YouTube.
Really
I think it's just straight up podcast.
Okay. Sorry, I'm getting...
I think
Yeah, I'm just trying to piss him off actually even more. So
yeah. I think
whatever you want it to be.
See if he can,
search it.
He can get us on to do a podcast talking about the boys.
Yeah.
Billy Butcher.
Jamie Davis, Johnny Ray, Billy Butcher. I wish he was on here.
Cunt.
Don't be a cunt. Jamie Davis, Johnny Ray, Howie Feltersnatch, Jason Fuzzmonger, Steve Rao from 60 Cycle Hum.
The original Kevin Billy Butcher, Steve Rao.
What?
He's got a beard, so yeah, they're the same thing.
Billy Butcher. Kevin E. Quits from E. Quits Guitars. Co Schneider from Night Tides, which is a band. Check them out. Alvaro Viramontes. Brian Nutter of Nutter Guitars. Mel Chibson of Chibson Guitars. Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring Shop.
God damn, you fucked up. We should have done this whole thing. You talk like Billy Butcher the whole time.
Sean Wright from Lollygag Effects.
People, I don't know how well known The Boys is, but I love that show. Anyways, but yeah, I'm liking it.
Sean Fahey. No, from Shadowhounds, the band.
Yeah.
Juan Ortiz from Tone Hungry Effects. Mike Oxbig.
Oh, yeah. That one you're like, I got to get into character for this one.
My fucking hog is fucking huge. Huge erection. Fucking these nuts. Got it.
Go.
Zach Ayu. It's great. It's a great show. Check it out.
Eric Merrill. You do that really well. Maybe I just think
it's my facial expressions that are.
No, I think you do a good job. That's a good impression of yours. Legit.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Brian.
Yeah.
It's like the only compliment you've ever given me.
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
cry now.
There's one thing you're good at.
Fictional character that doesn't exist in the real world. You do a really good job. That's all.
And next time I see you, you're wearing a Hawaiian shirt and a trench coat, and you're like, have a cigar. I'm like, oh, he really thinks he's Billy Butcher now.
Going at the fucking Homelander.
Yeah.
Eric Merrill from Elm Effects. Scott Hamilton from the Effects Loop podcast. Tim Noack from Bardic Audio Devices. Jonathan Jeruzik from 12th Hour Devices. Tyler Rhines from Tyler KC Riffs. On Instagram. Matthew Fenslaw from our Facebook group.
Start fading in music at this point. So I'm just like,
okay, cool. We got to keep him contained. That guy is wild.
Now.
We lock him up in the Facebook group every night.
Yeah.
We feed him well.
Make sure he's well fed so he doesn't attack.
He doesn't. Yeah. We don't want anyone getting hurt.
As soon as he gets a taste of blood, he's like,
yeah.
The eyes roll back like he's about
like Jaws. Michael McVeigh, Matthew Davis, and Tony DeGraw from the Signal Path podcast, which I think I'm going to move Tony up to the group of
the Jism Boys.
Yeah, the Jism Boys. Doug.
He's an honorary
Joe,
Jism Boy.
And Will. Yeah.
He probably doesn't want to be called that.
No,
he's a white Jism Boy.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we're getting too silly. Let's get out of here.
All right.
Fuck Focusrite. Fuck. No, actually, Focusrite's good. Fuck Apollo. Creed.
Bye.